So let's start with our mountain pose. Feet hip width apart, toes straight ahead. Spread your toes out. Sitting bones down, hips open, shoulders back and down. Activate your core and stretch up through your spine. Take a moment to breathe. Exhale tension. And just focus inward in that yoga perspective, noticing what's going on internally for you. And then inhale and bring your arms to shoulder level. Stretch your fingertips out, shoulders down, hands to your heart. Inhale out to the front, shoulders still down. And then clasp your hands behind you. Just gently press them down and lift your heart. Stretch your head back, spread your toes. Feel that whole body in a back bend. And then pivot at your hips and round over. So hands up toward your head, move your chin around, let your neck get relaxed, and lift your sitting bones. And then bend your knees slightly and start at the bottom of your spine, winding all the way back up. And again, lift your heart. Drop your shoulders, spread your toes, and lengthen your spine. When you're ready, inhale upright and release, and just take a moment feeling internally how you're doing. And again, inhale, arms to shoulder level, hands to your heart, stretch to the front, and clasp your hands the opposite way behind you. So shift the fingers one position up. Lift your heart, press your hands down, and stretch your head back. Pivot at your hips, come on all the way over. And again, just relax anything you need to release. Stretch what you need to stretch. And then again, work your way all the way back up. And another little back bend because we almost never do those. Stretch your head back as you lift your heart. Inhale upright and release. Take a moment, feel your body. Notice that circulation increase. And we'll stretch the sides. So arms out, palms to the ceiling, hands over your shoulders. Clasp the arms or hands and bring your arms next to your ears. Stretch straight. Make sure you don't lean to the side or twist. And come into that side opening stretch. Push the foot you're leaning away from down, out through your hands. And then inhale upright, shoulders down, go to the opposite clasp and opposite side. So again, make sure that shoulder doesn't lean forward into a twist. And breathe. Stretch those ribs apart and come on back up. Bring your shoulders relaxed down along with your arms. Take a moment, feel your body, and get ready for our twist. So stretch your spine apart so it's got room to move into your twist. Arms out, palms to the ceiling, hands over your shoulders. Clasp your elbows, spread your toes, and sink evenly into your feet. Stretch up through the crown, down with the shoulders, and turn to one side. Take a breath and pivot over in the twist with your weight still on both feet. Take a breath or two there. Lift your sitting bones, relax. And then in the twist, keep the weight on both feet as you come back up and lift your heart. So remember, don't overwork your low back when it's twisted. Just a nice upper body back bend that goes back. Inhale upright, come to the center and switch your arms. Again, pull your arms next to your ears, stretch up and turn to the other side. Another breath in and come on over in the twist. So take a moment there, see if the weight's still on both feet as evenly as possible. Exhale any tension and then work your way up on an inhalation. Lift your heart, drop your shoulders, pull your elbows back. Another upper body only back bend. Take a moment breathing. And then inhale upright, come around to the center, shoulders down, arms up, extended mountain. Keep your arms next to your ears, pivot forward. Push your sitting bones back and your crown the opposite along with your fingers. And then just drop into ragdoll. Pull in a little deeper. Or if you want to, straighten your knees with your fingers under your toes and come into gorilla. So straightening your back and your knees and your arms as much as you can. Take a breath, stretch it out, and then releasing. Again, roll your body back into mountain pose. Take a breath and relax. Feel your spine more activated. And then let's just work the arms a little bit. So bring the backs of your hands along your body all the way up, and then turn them toward each other as you extend up. Turn the palms out and come all the way back down. So again, backs of the hands sliding up all the way toward the ceiling, reversing palms toward each other. And then turn your arms out, coming all the way down. Just a gentle workout for those shoulders as you continue that motion. And then as you get back into mountain pose, clasp your hands behind you, press them to the floor, and draw your shoulder blades down and maybe a little bit toward each other. Feel that change across your heart. Hips right above your ankles and shoulders right above your hips. And then release that and clasp the other way. So shift the fingers one position over. And again, press the hands down, straightening your elbows. And feel that chest expand. And again, just release that. This time, clasp your hands, pull the heels of the palms together as you press down, and then raise your hands behind you as high as they want to go. So maybe just a little or more, or parallel to the floor if that works for you. Just as high as the shoulders want to make it, elbows are straight, palms pressing together as much as they can. And then release that down, shift the fingers one position over, heels of the palms together, pushing down, and again, raise your hands, elbows straight. Come up as high as they want to come. Again, only as far as your shoulders want to go. Remember, always honor your body, don't overwork those shoulders. And then back down. And then release your arms and clasp your hands in front, press your palms away and bring them over your shoulders and pressing up toward the ceiling. Bend the elbows and bring one arm across the top of your head. Press it back up and out and then to the other side. Keep pressing out through the hands as you come back up. Palms to the front, shoulders down. Turn those palms inside out and back again. And release. Relax your arms at your side, move those fingers around, arms around, and release any tension. And then let's step wide. And take a moment, sinking evenly into your feet. We're going to turn the whole body, so turn one foot 90 degrees and the other one heel back, toes forward, and then turn your whole body to look at that front foot. So the back hip comes forward and the front hip comes back so that your hips are parallel and your shoulders parallel facing the front. And then clasp your hands behind you, either at your waist or into reverse prayer, fingertips up by your shoulder blades, palms together as much as you can, elbows down into your sides. And then we're going to pivot at the hips, pushing the sitting bones back, lead with your heart, and come on down. Stretch the back of your neck though, don't push your chin forward. And look down at that front foot coming into pyramid, both legs straight. Weight into both feet evenly, even while you tip forward. Keep that back hip pulling up and the front hip pulling back. Feel your legs both supporting you evenly and stretch your spine out. Take a moment, lift your sitting bones, maybe pivot a little bit deeper. If you're really flexible in the legs, you can go further toward your leg if you want, but keep your spine straight. Keep breathing, stretch the sitting bones one way and the crown the other. And then pivot back up. Release your arms and turn back to the front with your feet. Take a moment and breathe. Feel your whole body a little bit more activated. And we'll, of course, do our pyramid to the opposite side. So one foot turns all the way, heel back, toes forward, get stability into both feet, and then pull the back hip up and the front hip back till everything faces that end of your mat. Keep the thumbs in your thumb crease, or again, clasp your hands behind you, or fingertips up into reverse prayer, elbows into your sides. Stretch the spine, everything nice and straight, and push the sitting bones back as you pivot forward. Keep those hip bones even as you face the floor. Remember, don't push your chin forward, no crunching your neck. Stretch that back of your neck along with the rest of your spine. Spread your toes, get the weight even into both feet, and just pivot as deeply as you want with your legs straight. Kneecaps slightly toward your thighs, tightening the front of your thighs so that back of your leg gets a good stretch. Again, pivoting as much as you want, maybe going a little deeper if you love it, and stretching your spine straight. Take a moment, feeling your feet support you, and pivot back up, releasing your arms and turning to the front with your feet. And then step back into mountain pose. Take a moment there, bring your arms to shoulder level, thumbs inside, clasp your fingers around, just gently turn one fist up and the other one down right at shoulder level, pushing out through your fists. Sink evenly into your feet, up through the crown, down with your shoulders, and out with the fists. And then rotate the fists so the one that was up is down, and the one that's down is up. Keep pushing out as you keep doing that, rotating those wrists and shoulders. Coming up to your elbows. And finally all the way, the whole arm moving. And then really move the shoulders into it. Shoulder going forward as the fist goes down and reversing as you go the other way. Feel that stretch all the way to the middle of your spine, twisting around through the shoulders and arms, and then release the shoulders and just the arms, and finally just the wrists and fists. And then both fists down, push out through the fists, stretch it out, and then shake out your arms and shoulders as you come back into mountain pose. Take a moment there, shoulders back and down, crown toward the ceiling, hands to your heart. Look at your hands, bring them toward the ceiling, thumbs coming back behind you as you lift your heart, nice little back bend. Swan dive, arms out, pivoting at your hips forward, stretch and straighten, and then drop into ragdoll, just hang and breathe. Hands up under your knees on your shins, halfway up stretch, elbows, knees, and spine straight. Keep stretching through your neck, and then bend your knees, exhale down, and then come into our child pose transition, all the way to 4. Forehead toward the mat, hips toward your heels, hands palms up at your feet, shoulders relaxing down, and just take a breath or two. Knees together, get a good stretch on your low back if you love it. Or spread your knees and breathe easier. Take a moment to breathe, stretch and relax. And then inhale and sit up and come into just a gentle cross-legged position. But remember, sitting bones are behind you and we're creatures of habit, so make sure you cross the legs the opposite for your habitual way. Take a breath or two, stretch your crown high, relax your shoulders down, and let's bring one arm out, palm toward the ceiling, hand over your shoulder. Pull the shoulder down, fingertips up, crown to the ceiling. Bend your elbow, fingertips right across the top of your head. Hold the elbow there, turn the hand toward your shoulder and pull it down. You can keep pushing back on that arm, letting that shoulder open nicely as you slide that hand along toward your shoulder blade. Take a moment and breathe. And then you can bring your other hand back, see if you can clasp or come close behind you. Take a moment and breathe as you stretch those elbows away from each other. And then releasing, come back, hands to your lap, and switch your legs around. So just a gentle time for your opposite side. Arm out, palm to the ceiling, hand above your shoulder, pull the shoulder blade down, bend the elbow right across the top of your head. Hold it in place and bring that hand to your shoulder. Again, push it back, keep it nice and straight up, and stay there, sliding that hand toward your shoulder blade. Keep the core active, keep the shoulders facing front, and if you want, you can see about that clasp in this version. Take a breath, just relax. And then releasing, come back into your starting seated position. Lift your knees, bring your legs out to the front, into staff position. We'll warm up the hips a little bit. So sitting bones behind you, and knees and toes up toward the ceiling. Bring one foot up to that opposite thigh for the warm up, and let the knee come down toward the floor today. See how it's doing. If that's good, stay there and just relax or bring the leg over to the side. Knee and toes stay up, or put some more padding behind you. Hands on your knees if you want, but don't push. That tightens and resists. Just let a little extra weight help bring that knee further down if it wants to go. But remember, personal practice, whatever's right for your body. And then put a knee into your hands or pull the arms around and pull the leg in and move side to side, getting that hip rotator a little bit more lubricated. Move the leg higher or closer if you love it, or not, your choice. And release that leg. Notice the difference. Remember, that's the yoga of this, is noticing how your body responds. And of course, we're going to balance, because that's what we do in yoga. Oh, forgot the balance again, Sandy, sorry. And then relax. We'll do that next time. Take a breath. Just let that knee come down and relax your knee and your hip and your ankle and anything else that might be tight. Remember, leg over to the side if that's helping today. Knee and toes up on your front leg. Hand on your leg if you want a little extra weight, but no pushing. Keep the core active. Keep the shoulders above your hips. Keep the crown reaching to the ceiling. You know all the reason. Usual drill in your yoga. Breathe and relax. And again, foot and knee up or clasp around the leg. Side to side, getting that outside of your hip even more lubricated and ready. Higher or closer if you're loving it today. Just remember, personal practice, going only as far as you need and want. And then releasing that foot back into staff. Feel your body. And we'll do a little bit more for the hips and shoulders. So a little cow's head here. Bringing one foot next to the hip, the other knee straight to the front. And then the second knee goes right above it as much as you can. Heels near your hips or further out, depending on what your hips like to do. Remember, personal practice. Your knees will probably never be near each other. That's okay. Just let them be as close to above each other as you can. Again, core is active, shoulders above the hips and crown to the ceiling as we get ready to let those hips relax a little bit in that position. I know it's tight. So bring your opposite arm out, palm toward the ceiling, hand over your shoulder. Again, bend that elbow. This time bring the hand in the middle of your spine and the arm in behind your head, and push your head back into your arm so that you're not leaning your neck forward. Take your other hand, pull that elbow in. So your head is going back, so your whole spine is still straight. And your hips are relaxing because you're forgetting about them as we do this work with your arms. And then take the arms again and see if you can clasp the other hand behind you. So if that doesn't work, just hold your shirt and work close together. And if you had a strap there near you, you could always hold it in the upper hand and then work your hand along the strap going up with the hand that's down below. Elbows come toward your spine, head goes back into your upper arm, spine stays straight and stretching open, and those shoulders open more as you work that upper body even more. And as you're in that position, those hips probably are relaxing because you're forgetting about them. So just let that happen, knees coming maybe a little closer toward each other as you sink those hips down evenly into that surface beneath you. Take a moment breathing, stretching the elbows away from each other, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the hips and the legs. And then releasing your arms, feel that shoulder area get more circulation. Oh, and yeah, let's release those legs too. Oh, feeling how that release works through your lower body. But of course, we need to balance and do that same thing to the other side. So bringing your opposite heel back near your hip, coming into your knee on top as much as it can position. Get those hip bones, sitting bones going down toward the floor as those knees stack as much as they can. Heels near your hips or further out, whichever is working. Opposite arm coming at shoulder level, palms to the ceiling, hands over your shoulder. Bend your elbow, bring the hand near your neck. And again, pull the elbow in, push your head back so you're not overworking that rounding in your neck. And spine. So the spine is straight from your head down to your hips. And the elbow is coming in toward your spine. And the hand is sliding down your spine toward your waist. And then take the other hand down and around. And again, see if you can clasp behind you. Maybe you do, maybe you don't, or maybe you hold your shirt. That's okay. Elbows in, and then push them away so the up one goes up and the down one goes down, but they're as straight as possible across from each other. Relax those shoulders, and don't forget to breathe, keeping the spine nice and straight, sinking those hips evenly down. Oh, and relaxing the knees as well toward each other. Everything just relaxing into the position as much as it will. Head going back, don't crunch the neck, and don't forget to breathe. And then again, releasing your arms, unwind, and release your shoulders, relaxing. Hands to the floor as you let go of those legs back into staff position. Take a moment, just feel your body. Let's do a real quick butterfly, toes to the front, heels coming back, elbows are straightening as your hands clasp your toes. Pull the heels in, knees out toward the sides. Keep that core active and sitting bones slightly behind you. Let those knees drop. Bring your hands right under your shoulders, just a little pressure in your fingers or palms as you lift your heart And again, let the knees come maybe a little further down. Exhale any tension, stretch the head up, and don't forget to breathe. And then releasing your hands, lift your knees, bring the legs back out into staff and to the end of the mat. Take a moment to breathe as you activate that core and slowly roll to the mat. As you come all the way down, well, let's do our quick bent knee twist. Arms out, palms up or down. Sitting bones toward your heels, heels in next to your sitting bones. Press the back down, lift the feet, knees right above the hips, and roll over to the side. So knees right at hip level toward the floor, pillow if you need it, head turning toward the opposite arm, right at shoulder level. And keep those shoulders down on the floor for that middle back twist. So deepen as much as your body needs and wants. Just relax. Hips releasing, spine relaxing, neck releasing as well. Exhale. Just relax into your twist. And then heels toward your hips, rolling onto your back so we can twist the other way. Bring those knees over to the opposite side. Head turning toward the arm behind you as you pull those shoulders toward the floor. Again, deepen your twist only as much as your body wants and needs. Exhale any tension in that lower body, releasing those knees as far toward the floor as you or the pillow wants it to go. Head turning for your neck twist. Keep the shoulders relaxing. And allow your whole body into its twist as deeply or gently as it wants and needs. And then again, heels toward your hips, roll onto your back, and bring your feet to the floor. Slide the legs out, hands next to your hips, palms up into corpse position for our final relaxation. Toes toward each other, let those legs completely relax. Shoulders, shoulder blades down, hands, palms up, and letting that upper body, shoulder area release. And your body just growing heavy. Move your head side to side, neck releasing as well. Take a breath, and as you exhale, just grow heavier, sink deeper into that earth surface beneath you, and let your body go. Soften your breath, deepen that earth support, and relax. And as your body releases, release thoughts from your mind as well. No need to think of your body or anything else. Just let the thoughts drift in and out as easily as your breath. It's the job of your mind to produce thoughts. It's your choice whether you pay attention. Let the thoughts go, drifting away with your breath. Body softening, mind just floating, forgetting the past or the future, just letting the thoughts flow in and out without attention. No need to focus on any content or your body. Just let your body go and your mind drift and your awareness turn inward to the peace within. Feel your body, feel your mind, and take a few moments to be peace. And then moving your head gently side to side, drawing energy and awareness with the breath back to the moment, to the room, to your body. Begin preparing for the rest of your day, just stretching gently, moving however feels good for you, getting those arms circulating, those ankles and toes moving as you breathe more deeply and stretch more fully, however feels good for you today. And when you're ready for that final yoga hug of appreciation, bring your sitting bones toward your heels, back gently down. Draw your heels toward your hips and your knees up toward your heart. Wrap your arms around however feels good for you today. Let your body know you appreciate its yoga work and the work your body does for you every day. Give yourself that good hug and stretch and just appreciate everything. Your body's yoga work and its work for you all the time. And then releasing head and feet to the floor, roll over to the side and sit back up, getting ready for the rest of your day today. Thanks for joining me.